Hey everybody, welcome back. I am here today to talk about boxes and what we can do to preserve these and keep them as nice as we can. I know that not everybody collects games complete in the box. I do, but I've noticed a lot of YouTube channels where you'll see a lot of boxes on display on their game shelves. Now, I don't know if they're keeping the games and the manuals in these boxes, and when they want to play them, they pull them out, or if they have a second copy that's loose that they pull out and play that way. But all I know, I don't like to display boxes on my shelves just because it's just, it's damaging. If they just sit there, I mean, I guess that's just fine. But if you're keeping the games in them and you're pulling them in and out to play them, eventually that box is just going to get destroyed. So what I'm going to do today is show you how to put your Game Boy Advance games inside of DS cases. That way you can display them nicely on your shelves. They're in nice cases, they're easy to get in and out, and you can put your boxes away and save them for later so they don't get destroyed and lose their value if that's important to you. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. And so, first off, you're going to need some DS cases. Nintendo sells these brand new. Unfortunately, they don't sell this version brand new anymore. For some reason, they decided to change it. I guess because the 3DS doesn't play Game Boy Advance games, they've kind of done away with that feature. And so if you open up these older style DS cases, you look inside, there's a spot right here up top to put your Game Boy Advance games. That's not there in the new cases that Nintendo is selling on their site. So do not go buy those if you want to do this. You're going to have to find somewhere else to buy these cases, and my suggestion would probably be eBay, unfortunately. It's about the only place I'm seeing them. But yeah, pick them up on eBay. And so what we're going to do first is you're going to need to print out your cover. Now I've already printed mine out. You're going to want to go to a site called The Cover Project. And I'm going to leave a link down below to go there. And that's where you're going to find your covers. That's where I get them. This video series, my channel is not affiliated with the forum anyway, the site or the forum in any way. I am a member there, I do make covers, but that's just what I'm calling this series, is The Cover Project. Because I'm going to show you later on how to do covers for different systems. But anyways, so what you want to do is you want to go find your cover and you can print it out. Now here's where it can get tricky. There's different ways you can go about this. My suggestion for people that really don't want a lot of hassle is to put them on a thumb drive or something like that. Go down to FedEx, Kinko's, or any print shop can do this for you, and have them print them. Because they're going to have better printers, they're going to know what paper to use in them. It's just, and they're going to cut them out so they'll be, there's no white edges or anything like that. And they're just they should know what they're doing more than, than we should. I mean, that's what they do professionally, so. That would be the easiest way to do it. If not, I mean, what kind of paper you want to use really depends on, number one, what system you're going to be printing covers for, quality that you want, the printer you're using, the type of printer you're using, whether it's a LaserJet or an inkjet, or whatever. But here's what I'll tell you. Go to The Cover Project. There's tons of threads on this subject that you can get tons of information on. Me personally, I use this Kodak. It is a glossy photo paper. It is not like ultra glossy, but it's just their baseline photo paper. And I mean, for 100 sheets of this stuff, you can get it for about 15 bucks on Amazon. This is 8.5 by 11, which is big enough to print covers for Game Boy Advance games in these DS cases. It's also the right size. You can do it for any game system that uses DVD sized cases, so your Xbox 360, PS2, anything that uses Blu-ray cases like PS3, whatnot. This will work for Genesis cases as well. This will not be big enough for universal game cases. You will need a letter size, and I haven't found a gloss photo paper for in legal size. So another reason to go to FedEx Kinko's. But yeah, so anyhow, let's get on with this, and I'll tell you about the printer that I use really quick. The printer that I use is an Epson R200. It's a printer that hasn't been made for a long time. They still make the cartridges, so I assume there's some sort of successor to it that they sell. But I love this printer. The quality that it does is great. It has separate ink cartridges for the colors, not just red, green, and blue, but it has 6 different color cartridges and the black. And I mean, they're not very expensive. You can still find them online. But yeah, if you're printing on this kind of paper and printing at this quality, you're going to use a lot of ink. I'm just going to warn you about that now. Most people like to just use a matte paper and go with lower settings. If you go with high, best image quality settings on a matte, thinner paper than what I'm using, it's going to saturate like a sponge, and that crap's just going to fall apart and be all wrinkled and look like crap. So I suggest you go to the Cover Project, read the tutorials on how to print out the covers and whatnot if you want to do it yourself. Otherwise, just head to FedEx Kinko's or another print shop, have them do it. But I digress, rambling on here. But anyway, so once you get your cover, all you need to do is just open up your case, slide it in here, just line it up, make sure this, because it's not going to be like an extremely tight fit. You want to make sure the spine is where it should be, so it's not too far off to one side like it is right there. Just get centered on the spine like that, looking nice. There you go. It's in there. It looks good. It'll look really nice on your shelf. Now, all we need to do is get our game and put it in the case. There you go. But we do have one problem. The manual. Now, this is made to fit the DS manual, obviously, being a DS case. Now, you can fit the manual in there by sliding it in sideways, and it will fit. The only problem is you have this piece of plastic up here, so when you close it, it's going to push up against the game. You won't be able to close the case. Easy way to fix this, though. All you'll need is a couple of pliers, and I use a pair of dikes. I know what you're thinking. Go ahead and laugh. That's what they're called. You may call them cutters, wire cutters, snips, whatever. They're called dikes. And just go to the edge of the manual here and cut that piece of plastic. Now go ahead and pull out your manual and come to the edge here and cut it again. Now I get a pair of angled pliers here, and I'm just gonna grab onto that plastic and just give it a quick twist. And just twist it along. It's gonna snap it off. You could use a Dremel tool if you really felt like, being fancy about it, but this works just fine. And get that one last piece. You'll end up with a little strip of plastic here. Now, your manual should slide in nicely, fit nice and flush, and close up. And your case is done. The game's ready to go on the shelf and look great. Your box can now go into storage and not be damaged. I did forget to mention, if you are going to print out your covers, ways to cut them. I completely spaced that, and they're sitting right here. But yeah, simplest way, scissors. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, you gotta sit there and, you know, it takes a lot of time to do it this way. It's annoying. It's the way I've been doing it recently because I was using one of these, which you'll see a lot of, you know, scrapbookers use. This is a cheap $11 paper cutter that just has a blade and this slider here. The problem is this thing has play in it up and down, or side to side, or whatever you want to call it. So when you put it in here and you go like this, it can move and you can get grooves in your cover. And I've had it happen and it irritates the hell out of me. I mean, I don't want that, so I've been using scissors recently. I don't recommend one of these. They're cheap, yes, but so are scissors. Take a little more time, but the covers will look nicer in the end. This thing is a piece of crap. Other options you could use that some people like to do is just get a straight edge with something sharp like an X-Acto knife or something like that and just cut along the edge. That works too. That seems more of a pain in the butt than the scissors to me. Just trying to get it right. There are other paper cutters that you might try. There's the roller style that it's almost like a little pizza cutter style. It's got a circular blade that will cut the paper. I'm personally looking to get a guillotine style, you know, the guillotine style paper cutters that you used to have in school. I'm going to try one of those. That's definitely going to cut a straight edge on your paper. Those tend to be, from what I've seen, between about $25 to $40 on eBay, roughly. I just don't know which one I want to get yet. But yeah, those are really your options for paper cutters. But anyhow, yeah, there you have it. That is putting your Game Boy Advance games in DS cases. I hope that was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please comment down below and ask them. If you've got other suggestions for people to, you know, like tools they could try, methods they could try, post them down below. Help your fellow gamers out. Or if you know of other sites that do covers, because not every game has a cover on the Cover Project. That's why I make covers. I've had to make some for games that aren't on there for my own games. You can submit requests if you're worried about making your own. There are templates there that people have provided for you so you can make your own covers. But yeah, anyhow, that's all. And I hope, once again, I hope this was helpful for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you this weekend with another pickups video. Hopefully we'll see what I got from that Genesis lot. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Later.